Welcome back to the Chit-Chat Show, where the chat decides where we go. Today's episode is brought to you by Blockbuster. Be kind, rewind. We got a good show for you today, I guess. It's going to be about a boot, whatever the chat wants to make it a boot. That's right. The chat decides where we go. Special mention to me for being here despite the time zone stuff. I'll only be here for sound, though. Packing my bags. Nice, nice, nice. Let me pull up the LinkedIn chat so I can see the event. All right. A boot is, that's how the Canadians talk. Love the hat. Thank you, Justin. Welcome back to the Chit-Chat Show, where the chat decides where we go. We got a great show for you guys today. I guarantee it. It's going to be fan-diddly-tastic. Uh-oh. The Chit ship is sinking. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. The Chit ship is sinking. The Chit Commander has got on the Chit hat. The CEO is here to help you go number 2. We're the number 2 stream tonight on LinkedIn. The number 2 stream on LinkedIn. Podcastity has got the number 1 spot. And we are the underdog, Doom Zoom. Thank you for that. I'd like to thank my intern for zooming in the screen there. That was fan-diddly-tastic. My intern is trying to take over my whole project. That's fan-diddly-tastic. Interns running the show in 2027. Oh, dear goodness. Goodness gracious. I got to get in frame for Instagram. I wasn't in frame. My interns weren't telling me that I was not in frame. Now we're in frame. All right, so yeah, we got to talk about the problem. The problem being the interns turning heel and trying to run this chit ship. It's crazy to me. Why did I give my interns all my passwords? Like my interns, and they know too much and too little, if you know what I mean. Mostly too little. But they're fan diddly-tastic. What can I say except, I mean, you guys are the ones that are welcome. You guys are the overworked, underpaid interns. I'm just the CEO. So, like, you guys, it's your guys' show, not my show anymore. All right, it's time to put on chill, guys, so I can be more chill. All right. We got 3 hats for you guys today. We've got Be Kind Rewind. We've got the long haired lawyer. And we've got Chill Guy. 3 personas, if you will. 3 Maxes that can emanate and take over this show. But really, how could I take over the show if chat is this show? This show is chat. I don't know if you guys realize that. This is the Chit-Chat Show where the chat decides where we go. So I'm kind of the intern in a way. I'm the intern of this show. Whoever is chit-chatting is running it. I'm just the chill guy. I don't know. Why are Cassidy and I on at the same time? I'm just the chill guy. I don't know. I'm live on 5 platforms, though: LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. 5 platforms for the Chit-Chat Show where the chat decides where we go. But none of y'all got the go that time. That was too fast for me, too fast for you guys. Max, how much do you make per year? That's a really good question. Really, really good question. It is about $420,000 per year. A boot. No, a boot, not about. Why do I keep saying about like a silly American? Ugh. It's time for some family fighting, or shall we say, yeah. What is that guy? Paul Harvey, Steve Harvey, whatever his name is, the bald guy. It's time for family fighting with your host, Paul Harvey. I get it. I get it. It's Family Feud with Steve Harvey. I get it. God, you guys ruin all my jokes. You guys seriously ruin all my jokes on the Chit Chat Show where the chat decides where we go. If you have to ask, you'll never know. Guys, I want to thank you for being here, for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here, for tuning in, for being part of the Chit Chat Show. You guys are the heartbeat, the heart and soul of the Chit Chat Show, where the chat decides where we go. Well, hello there. What up, Matthew Eaton in the house? We are eating good in the neighborhood. That's Matthew's slogan. I just came up with it for him. Eating good in the neighborhood. Carmel, Indiana. Indiana named best place to live in 2026. Cap. Okay, let's look up the best places to live in 2026. We're gonna start with number. We're gonna start with the number 50. Best places to live, number 50. Bethsaida, Maryland. Okay, that's cap. West Hartford, Connecticut at 49. Laredo, Texas at 48. That's cap. Livonia, Michigan at 47. That's cap. Arlington Heights, Illinois at 46. That's not cap. That's kind of dope. Moore, Oklahoma at 45. That's cap. Roswell, Georgia at 44. That's cap. North Richland Hills, Texas. Big shout out, my parents live in North Richland Hills, Texas. Basically in North Richland Hills, Texas. They live in Keller, but North Richland Hills, we'll call it that. At 43, that's not cap. Daphne, Alabama, 42, that's cap. Ellicott City, Maryland, 41, that's cap. West Des Moines, Iowa, at 40. You already know what I'm about to say. That is cap. Rogers, Arkansas at 49 at 39. That's probably not cap. Katy, Texas at 38. Not cap. Novi, Michigan at 37. Not cap. Huntersville, North Carolina at 36. Not cap. Pflugerville, Texas at 35. Not cap. Alpharetta, Georgia at 34. That's cap. Carrollton, Texas at 33. That's not cap. Naperville, Illinois at 32. That's cap. Plymouth, Minnesota at 31. That is cap. O'Fallon. What is MO? I don't know what MO is. MO. The modus operandi, but that's cap. Missouri. Oh, Missouri. That's cap. St. Peters, Missouri. That's cap. The Woodlands, Texas. That's not cap. McAllen, Texas. Major cap. At 27, McAllen, Texas. Major cap. 26, Greenwood, Indiana, not cap. 25, Mansfield, Texas, that's cap. We're going to scroll up to the top 5 now. Number 13, League City, Texas, probably cap. Number 5, Johns Creek, Georgia, that's cap. Number 4, Ankeny, Iowa, that's cap. Number 3, Flower Mound, Texas, not cap. Number 2, Fishers, Indiana, major cap. And number 1, Carmel, Indiana, major cap. There ain't no way. That is just CAP out the wazoo. Oh my goodness. All right, let me pull the stream back up. I didn't have the chat up while I was saying that's cap or that's not cap. I don't know, guys. The best places to live. Okay, U.S. Cybersecurity Agency leaves digital keys out in public. Oh my God. The worst leak that I've witnessed. U.S. Cybersecurity Agency leaves its digital keys out in public on GitHub. Get out of here. Passwords restored as plain text in a public GitHub repository. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has been leaving the digital keys of its own cloud storage accounts sitting out in the open in plain text form for some unknown amount of time, according to a report from Krebs on Security. The problem finally got fixed over the weekend, the report says. That's crazy. Okay, on to truth and age of AI. Contains quotes made up by AI. Let's see that. Some quotes made up by AI. Book on Truth in the Age of AI contains quotes made up by AI. Stephen Rosenbaum, author of The Future of Truth, said he had started his own investigation after the New York Times asked about the fake quotes. The author of a nonfiction book about the effects of artificial intelligence on truth acknowledged on Monday that he had included numerous made up or misattributed quotes concocted by AI. The author, Stephen Rosenbaum, whose book, The Future of Truth, was released this month to great fanfare, incorporated more than a half dozen misattributed or fake quotes in sections of the book reviewed by the New York Times. The Times asked Mr. Rosenbaum about the quotes on Sunday and Monday. On Monday night, Mr. Rosenbaum acknowledged in a statement that the book had a handful of improperly attributed or synthetic quotes and said that he had started his own investigation. He said that the inclusion of the incorrect quotes was an accident and that he had no intention of fabricating any viewpoints while writing the book. Well, that's what happens when you get AI to do the writing for you. It hallucinates. We know that, guys. We know all about AI hallucination by now. So when we over rely on AI, what happens? Hallucination happens. Hallucination happens. That is what's just gonna happen if you rely on AI to write your whatever the heck you're writing, including books, papers, whatever. If you're getting AI to make up quotes for you, it's gonna make up quotes for you. It's gonna lie. It's gonna hallucinate. It's gonna play make believe. That's what it does. AI created vintage adult film unveiled at Cannes. All right, let's read a couple of lines from this. AI created vintage adult film unveiled at Cannes. A collection of AI generated short films drawn from erotic magazine photo spreads published 50 years ago has made its debut on the sidelines of the Cannes Film Festival, streaming on Cult Pix with a physical release on Blu ray and VHS from Club Super 8 to follow. The project was developed by Thomas Mayer of Norwegian company Multiformat, who used generative AI tools to transform 1976 magazine photo spreads into full motion video with color, synchronized sound, dialogue, and voiceover. A physical release on Blu ray and VHS will follow from Club Super 8, including a limited VHS edition. Interesting. We want to use the latest technology to stimulate a discussion about attitudes to images that are now half a century old. Cult Pix CEO and co-founder Rickard Gramfers said. Interesting stuff right there. Wild, wild stuff. All right, what else do we got on the docket? Looking good, looking good. I'm just trying to keep up with my DMs too. You know me. I'm a busy, busy guy. I'm a chill, chill guy and a busy, busy guy. Welcome into the Chit Chat Show where the chat decides where we go. Today's episode is brought to you by Blockbuster. Blockbuster. Be kind. Rewind. Let's take a step back in time and rewind to something special. I don't know, like vintage AI, pornography. Did the models I wanna know, did the models say, "Yeah, put me on video"? Because if they didn't, that's a problem, a big problem. I don't know about this AI reformation of images into videos. I think if you take just pictures of people, they should just be pictures. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I belong in a Blockbuster ad. Be kind, rewind. Maybe though, maybe I'm right, or at least partially right. Maybe we need to rewind the tapes and take a step back from AI, from this AI overload. Maybe AI is a little too much right now. Maybe AI doesn't need to be turning pictures into videos. Maybe not. The vaginal wellness boom is here. All right, let's see the vaginal wellness boom. Good, good, good. Let's see. Gaps in women's health knowledge and care have created a business opportunity. What could go wrong? Uh oh, it's gotten bad. Maybe. Experiencing vaginal discomfort or and dryness, maybe you need a $30 V Magic Vulva Balm. Does sex feel uncomfortable? A $115 vibrating massager sold by the Pelvic People claims to ease intimacy related tension and anxiety. To prevent recurring UTIs, there are mineral undies. To reduce pressure around your pelvis, there's a pain free underwear. If you suffer from recurrent bacterial vaginosis, Happy V and Bonafide say they have pills to break the cycle. If you're not sure what you suffer from, Envy can provide you with a $348 at home microbiome and UTI test and a vaginal health coach. The wellness crusade has come for the vagina. While the market isn't new, Lysol was advertised as a douche in the 1920s, and who can forget Goop's Jade Egg? The conversations around vaginal health have gotten louder on social media. It's happening on podcasts too. Megan Trainor has discussed pelvic pain, saying she had to ice myself after having sex. Last month, Ilana Glazer shared her own 20-year pelvic pain struggle, and companies have responded. According to some estimates, the vaginal health market is projected to double or even triple in the next decade. Some products come across as novelty items like Kourtney Kardashian's Let Me Play gummies and Hygiene Heroes Vipstick serum, but many others target vaginal pain, purporting to address what has long been a misunderstood and understudied aspect of women's health. In some cases, experts say the products can help treat certain symptoms and provide some relief. In others, they can have no effect at all, target the wrong issue, or even complicate existing conditions. The wellness industry booms around the gaps in women's health knowledge, said Dr. Jocelyn Fitzgerald, an assistant professor of obstetrics, genealogy, and reproductive sciences at the University of Pittsburgh. So, where there's a lack of research and options, a lot of pseudoscience fills its place, and women are left to their own devices to figure things out. I think that's a problem. What do you guys think? I think that's a real, real problem. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ebola alarm spreading faster than feared. All right, let's see what it says. Ebola outbreak may be spreading faster than first feared. WHO doctor, World Health Organization doctors warn. A deadly Ebola outbreak, of which there is no treatment available, could be spreading faster than it was first feared, health experts warn. Now, Dr. Ann Ancia from the World Health Organization said they investigate the outbreak. The clearer it becomes, cases have spread to other areas. One man in outbreak's epicenter of Ituri said infected people were dying very fast, adding, Ebola has tortured us. Wow. Oh my, that is bad. That is not good. You allegedly can. All right. We've got to put on our long haired lawyer hat. Number 3 for today, for my number 3 intern. I'll be right back. Yo. Welcome back to the Chit-Chat Show, where the chat decides where we go. Today's episode is brought to you by Nesquik. I don't smell anything. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Because I do. I smell what the rock is cooking. The rock is cooking up something special for the millions and millions of screaming fans. We got about 15 minutes left in the Chit Chat Show, where the chat decides where we go. Today's episode is brought to you by Blockbuster. They got hats. They don't got movies anymore. Blockbuster, be kind, rewind, or else. Wasn't there like a $1 no rewind fee? Something like that. $2, something like that. I am the captain now. My number one meme dealer, who shares a name with my favorite baseball player of all time, sent me this hat in the mail. He mailed this hat to my doorstep. And you know what I do with that? I thank him. I wear it with pride because I am the captain of this ship. And I will go down with this ship. We got about a boot. Why do I say about like a silly American? We got a boot. 12 minutes left in this show. And get your loonies and toonies ready to hand them to me as tips for being the captain of this chit ship. We got about 10 minutes left in this show. That was a variety of accents, including Australian. When I do accents, it often devolves into Australian. Can do British as well. That's about it. British, Australian, Canadian, Canadian bacon. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Like my hat, black and yellow. The comedy attempt. My luggage is fully compartmentalized with XL zipper bags. Donkey in the house. We're going to read one page from Conversations with Donkey by Kathleen Byram. One quick page. All right. Something strange happened regarding that starting in third grade. We had a teacher, Mrs. C, who went through a divorce and ended up leaving. She must have been my math teacher because soon Mrs. J became our teacher. Oddly, all I remember of her was her reading us stories. I don't remember learning anything that year. In fourth grade, I was lost, couldn't do the work. I felt like I missed something. In fifth grade, I failed math. So I got glasses, and all of a sudden I could see the board, and my grades started rising. But by eighth grade, I had an A. I don't remember a lot from fifth grade. Kathleen Byram, Conversations with Donkey. Beautiful page. I got this from my meme dealer. Cool gift. I don't know what it's for. That sounds like my brain, except little tiny zipper bags. Bags. I think it's pronounced bags. Bags. We got about 4 minutes left in this show, and I thank you guys for being here. You guys make this show. This show is the Chit-Chat Show, where the chat decides where we go. Noodle, noodle, noodle. I was thinking about you. And you too, Vance. With your codings or programmings or whatever. Vance sent me his little programs. He emailed them to me. I don't know how to activate them. What am I supposed to do with a bunch of files? Am I right or am I right? I'm right. Right? Just say I'm right. We got some shenanigans. 2 minutes left in the Chit-Chat Show, where the chat decides where we go. Today's episode is brought to you by Vance. That's right. No romance. Vance brought you this episode. He bribed me with Chit. And I'm proud of it. Here we are now. Entertain us. Life is stupid. All right. We will see you guys next time. Big shout out to Matthew Eaton, my man. I always like to thank one guy, Doom Zoom. And today it is Matthew, the man Eaton. Eating good in the neighborhood. Bye.